Okay, so this presentation will focus on the Recreation Coordinator Program, Fitness and Facilities Specialization Options. So this is a new diploma program for Robertson, and in the next 7 or 8 minutes, I'll give you a very brief overview of what the program entails. So in the next 7 or 8 minutes, I'll talk a little bit about the program details, the job profile and employment prospects, as well as the program outcomes and topics in the program and the 2 specializations. I'll provide a brief overview of the courses in the program and talk a little bit about program endorsement. And so just overall, on a very high level, here is a bit of a snapshot about what the program entails. So this program, RCFF, we're calling it, is under the School of Community Services, like our other recreation programs, like Recreation Program Leader. It is 840 hours, so 720 hours coursework, 120 hours practicum. The practicum is in one block at the end of the program. The credential awarded at the end upon graduation is a diploma. In addition, there are 2 specialization options for this program that students can choose from. So similar to the business administration program, our students in this program can choose to either specialize in fitness or facilities, and I'll talk more about those 2 specializations shortly. The tuition you see here, and the entrance requirements you also see here. So a high school diploma is required. It's recommended that students coming into this program have some previous experience in recreation. That could entail recreation, leisure, wellness, a variety of different settings and different roles. And we can certainly provide some additional information about this to SAAs in particular. And of course, if students are, have English as an additional language, they are English language learners. The required Canadian language benchmark is 7 in all 4 skill areas: reading, writing, speaking, listening. And for this program, we will be accepting mature students into the program. So students who are mature students do need to meet the entrance requirement by providing a partial transcript if they can, by completing an interview, and also by completing the entrance assessment. And of course, meeting the English language requirement if they are English language learners. So in terms of job profile, this program really is a recreation coordinator role, but under the different specializations, I've put a few different job titles, and there is some crossover, but you can see maybe the differences in terms of what the job profiles might entail. These job titles are not exhaustive. They're just some examples. The field of recreation leisure is very broad. And so I've just pulled a couple here, but certainly there are more if you conduct a job search. I've also linked to some applicable job postings. I just found a few to serve our purposes for this presentation. So you can click on these. Outside of this presentation, I have included the deck in the training module. So you can click on that to get a sense of what some applicable job postings might be under each of these specialization options. So I won't go through that today, but I did just want to mention that so that you could pull some of this information on your own as you work through the module. Just in terms of the specializations then, like I said, there is some crossover. There's some, there's some similar competencies that students in the program, whether they take fitness or facilities, will develop competence at. They'll develop some similar skills and background knowledge, and really those core competencies that are needed to be a recreation coordinator in a general sense. But when it comes to specialization, really the facilities specialization is really more of an administrative, it's an operational type of role for somebody to work in a facility or even in a, whether that be a fitness facility or for the city or for Parks and Recreation. They're facilitating and overseeing sort of that facility. So that's kind of what that role entails. And here are the broad program outcomes for a graduate from the Recreation Coordinator Facilities Specialization. And again, on the right, you see some possible program topics, and you can infer sort of some competencies that might align with these topics. You'll see a little bit, as I said, some similarities with the fitness specializations as well. So this is a little bit different in terms of, students really focusing in on the fitness aspect. So here they may be fitness program coordinators. They may venture into coaching. This is really a more in-depth role that requires knowledge and understanding of fitness. Often these students coming into this program, they may have a personal training certificate. They may also have other certifications in terms of, perhaps, aquatics or any particular area that they might have had interest in the past in terms of their own recreational interests. And so really this is capitalizing on that and taking a step sort of up from the recreation program leader program, in that these graduates will be really working closely to develop fitness programming for specific populations and for specific purposes, whether that be aquatics, whether that be golf related. It usually is for a specific purpose. So students coming into this program, they may and likely should have some experience in recreation in different capacities. We expect that, they certainly will have an interest in recreation and have participated in recreation and wellness programs in the past, and likely worked in different capacities in the recreation sector prior to coming to this program. In terms of the course overview, here is an overview of the core courses in the program. So all of the students take these courses, whether they choose the fitness or facility specialization. And so you can see them listed here. So again, some crossover, certainly, students in the fitness and the facilities specializations will both need these courses here. When it comes to the specialization courses, those who take the fitness specialization will complete these courses. And as you can see, it really provides a bit of a more in-depth glimpse or glance at how, this specialization might differ from the facility specialization. And you can see that the facilities specialization is quite a bit more administrative, although of course, these recreation coordinators also require some fundamental knowledge of programming, whether that be outdoor rec, whether that be, health and wellness, a little bit more in a general sense. But again, the majority of their specialization courses are administrative focused for a recreational facility. So that kind of brings us to the end of the course overview. The last slide here just talks a little bit about endorsement. So at the college, we have been seeking endorsement from industry or from relevant associations because we feel this does provide some credibility to our programs. And certainly, for recreation, we feel very happy to have recreation from Recreation Manitoba as a start. And so what this means is that Recreation Manitoba has signed an endorsement letter to recognize our program and our curriculum as being industry relevant. And they will be including a link to our recreation program leader, recreation coordinator, and therapeutic recreation coordinator once that program is approved, a link to those programs on their website. And in turn, on our website, we will include a statement that our programs, including Recreation Coordinator, is endorsed by Recreation Manitoba, and we'll include the logo as well as a link to the Recreation Manitoba website. And this is important because it provides a little bit of credibility. We're hoping it drives some additional traffic to our website as well, and really shows those that are viewing our website and those we talk to, particularly SAAs, that we are working with industry. We are working with relevant associations to ensure that our program aligns with the actual needs of industry and the type of jobs that students will do upon graduation. So that's just a brief overview of the program. I hope you benefited from it. Please feel free to watch it back. And again, I've included the slides within the training module. So please post any questions on the discussions forum, and thanks for listening.